Manchester United should pull out of the race for Bayern Munich defender Matthijs de Ligt and sign a Premier League star instead. That is the opinion of Liverpool legend Phil Thompson, who has questioned United's move for de Ligt and suggested he could suffer the same fate as Raphael Varane at Old Trafford. Erik ten Hag, who has signed a one-year contract extension at Manchester United after intense speculation towards the end of last season that he would be sacked, will sign a new centre-back this summer following Varane's departure. United appear to be making good progress on a deal for ten Hag's fellow Dutchman de Ligt, who Bayern Munich are open to selling after 2 underwhelming seasons at the Allianz Arena. Ten Hag managed de Ligt while the pair were both still at Ajax and is keen to reunite with the 24-year-old at Old Trafford. De Ligt is currently in Germany with the Netherlands Euro 2024 squad but is expected to accelerate his departure from Bayern following the tournament, with United his likely destination. But former Sky Sports pundit Thompson has doubts over de Ligt and says Manchester United should instead be doing everything they can to sign Gerard Branthwaite from Everton. The Red Devils pursued the 22-year-old England defender earlier in the summer, but their only offer, way short of Everton's valuation, was instantly rejected by the Toffees. Matthijs de Ligt is a good player, but when I look at Manchester United, I feel like they need a player who knows the Premier League, Thompson told Paddy Power. They had Raphael Varane from Real Madrid, and he didn't work out, so if you have de Ligt coming into the side, he might take a little bit of time to settle, which is something that United can't afford to do. Gerard Branthwaite is a top-class player, and he's going to be a future England international. I think he's a top player, and if I was in Manchester United's position, he would be someone I would go for. Turning his attention to his former club Liverpool, Thompson revealed he wanted the Reds to sign England winger Anthony Gordon from Newcastle United. Liverpool were linked with a shock move for Gordon last week, despite the fact the 23-year-old, like de Ligt, is still out in Germany at the Euros. Anthony Gordon would be a good signing for Liverpool, especially as a right-footer playing on the left wing, Thompson added. Luis Diaz is very good, but there has been rumours about him leaving, so I wonder what is going on there. I did hear a report that Newcastle want Jarell Quansah as a swap, but that wouldn't come into it because he's one of the bright lights of this new Liverpool side, and he's going to be a regular in our setup. Anthony Gordon would be an asset, but where would he get into the starting team at Liverpool because you've got Mo Salah on one side and then Luis Diaz and Diogo Jota on the other side? If you're looking to build up a squad, then I would take him, but it does depend on the price. Gordon is a good player, and I would like to see him at Liverpool. Former Manchester United defender Mikael Silvestre thinks the club would be making a mistake if they were to sell Marcus Rashford. The 26-year-old had his best goal-scoring return in his first season under Erik ten Hag, scoring 30 goals, but he then fell away starkly in the second season with a number of disciplinary problems. The wide forward and the Dutch manager have reportedly seen their relationship break down, and there is speculation that United will listen to offers for the player, who missed out on Euro 2024 this summer. Silvestre, who won the Premier League and Champions League with United before moving on to Arsenal, thinks that the club would struggle to afford an adequate replacement. He told betting expert, letting Rashford go would not be the right decision because you need to go in the market and find someone better than Marcus, if that's the case. If you find that player, he will be very expensive. Marcus is a senior, experienced Mancunian from the academy. I think he wants to stay. The manager likes him. I just hope Marcus bounces back this season. Erik ten Hag has extended his Manchester United contract until June 2026 in a show of support from minority owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe. The Dutchman's future as manager looked uncertain at the end of last season after a disappointing campaign when the club finished 8th, their worst performance in the Premier League. United, however, went on to win the FA Cup final against Manchester City, earning a second piece of silverware in 2 years under ten Hag and guaranteeing qualification for the Europa League. That resulted in the club triggering a one-year extension from his original deal that was due to run until 2025. The extension is a vote of confidence in ten Hag from Ratcliffe, who commissioned a full analysis of United's football department as he looked for improvements. The club spoke to potential replacements, including Thomas Tuchel, but decided to stick with ten Hag, who is looking into refreshing his backroom staff, with the former United striker Ruud van Nistelrooy and the Dutch coach Rene Haak under consideration. I am very pleased to have reached agreement with the club to continue working together. Looking back at the past 2 years, we can reflect with pride on 2 trophies and many examples of progression from where we were when I joined, Ten Hag said. However, we must also be clear that there is still lots of hard work ahead to reach the levels expected of Manchester United, which means challenging for English and European titles. In my discussions with the club, we have found complete unity in our vision for reaching those goals, and we are all strongly committed to making that journey together. Ten Hag will be further bolstered by the new football leadership team at Old Trafford. The sporting director, Dan Ashworth, started work this week after arriving from Newcastle, while the technical director, Jason Wilcox, has been in place for a number of months. With 2 trophies in the past 2 seasons, Eric has reinforced his record as one of the most consistently successful coaches in European football, Ashworth said. While the club's review of last season highlighted areas for improvement, it also reached a clear conclusion that Eric was the best partner for us to work with in driving up standards and outcomes. This group of players and staff have already shown they are capable of competing and winning at the top level. Now we need to do it more consistently. With our strengthened football leadership team now in place, we are looking forward to working hand in hand with Eric to achieve our shared ambitions for this football club. Marseille are leading Lazio in the race to sign Manchester United forward Mason Greenwood, according to reports in Italy. The 22-year-old has just spent the season on loan at Getafe, and United are now looking to sell the forward in the summer transfer window. Greenwood has not played for United since he was arrested in January 2022 for attempted rape, controlling behavior, and assault. All charges against Greenwood were dropped in February 2023, and United had considered reintegrating him back into Erik ten Hag's first-team squad before the Premier League club received major backlash over his potential return. Lazio, who failed with a late move to sign Greenwood on loan last summer, have reignited their interest in the forward and have already offered a deal worth €20 million, £16.9 million, plus a 50% sell-on clause, which has been rejected by United as they want a fee closer to £40 million. It's understood that United are keen to offload Greenwood before the players report back to pre-season training on July 8. According to Gianluca Di Marzio, Marseille have now overtaken Lazio as they have presented United with a better offer. The report claims that Marseille have great confidence that they will be able to complete a deal for Greenwood. Last month, Marseille appointed Roberto De Zerbi as their new head coach, following his decision to leave Brighton at the end of last season. Greenwood had also attracted strong interest from Juventus, with reports in Italy claiming that the Serie A club had proposed a £40 million deal. However, Juve reconsidered their move after supporters raised concerns over the nature of the forward's arrest 2 years ago. Greenwood scored 8 goals and registered 6 assists in La Liga last season and was named as Getafe's Player of the Season. Manchester United are close to sealing a permanent transfer for striker Mason Greenwood, with League One outfit Marseille very confident they will land the once-capped England international. Man United have spent much of last summer seeking an exit for Greenwood, who was pushed into exile following an internal investigation over his behaviour into his private life. The 22-year-old spent a season at Getafe, and while the La Liga club had indicated that they were confident of landing him on loan for another season, it appears that the forward is set for a different challenge. Delusional Man United, why transfer guru Ashworth's £200 million plan is laughable. With a year left to run on his contract at Man United, the Old Trafford club sought a sale. Atletico Madrid, Juventus, Napoli and Lazio were among the clubs reportedly interested in a permanent move, but Di Marzio indicates that Roberto De Zerbi's Marseille are now closest to completing a move. OM have decided to forcefully enter the race for Manchester United's Mason Greenwood, who spent last season on loan in La Liga at Getafe, Di Marzio reports. The League One club have presented an offer greater than Lazio's, around €20 million, and now have great confidence in the success of the move. Arsenal give Man United a transfer lesson with Calafiori. Earn up to $2.50 per answer. Greenwood's transfer fee revealed. Gazzetta dello Sport claims that Man United want around €40 million for Greenwood, which is likely a price too great for OM, whose record transfer is the deal that saw Vitinha arrive from Braga for €32 million in January 2023. The striker was subsequently sold for just €16 million to Genoa earlier this month after he proved a huge flop. Nevertheless, it appears that the League One side are ready to roll the dice on Greenwood, with the feeling apparently that they can capture well below his true market potential. Greenwood's estimated transfer value, ETV, is exactly €20 million, down from a high of €76.7 million prior to his Man United exile.